Herzlich willkommen zurück zu Fire Emblem, Three Houses. Mit mir und euch, hoffentlich. Springen wir einfach weiter rein. Kommandant Gerald, ihr seid es bei der Göttin. Es ist ja schon Ewigkeiten her. Einfach nochmal machen.
Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Er ist ein Fremder für mich. Ich bin ein Räuber. Warum sollten wir ein Räuber sein? Ich will mal ganz schön
Is that
sagen.
so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seiros.
The Knights of Seiros? They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
Da sollten wir uns mal ein bisschen beeilen, ne? Wo auch immer dieses Kloster jetzt liegt.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question.
Ja, warum greifst du den Typen oder verteidigst du dich gegen den Typen mit einem Dolch? Du hattest vorhin eine Axt. Wo ist sie hin? Einfach kaputt gegangen, oder?
You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker, former captain of the Knights of Seiros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
Ich wusste nicht, dass er Kommandant war.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel.
Der hat diesen Padawan-Seitenzopf. Oder?
Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery.
Ja, warum sollte es auch nicht so
We were
sein?
doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
Ach so, als Fernkämpfer natürlich.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything because of them. Every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power.
Alle haben schon valide Punkte.
Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Naja, wenn du eine zeitkontrollende Figur in dir drin hast, dann schaffst du das bestimmt auch.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick.
Tradition und Geschichte, Ritter und Adel, neues Denken und Stolz. Das als Edelgard, Dimitri und Claude. Boah, ich habe echt ehrlich gesagt noch keine Ahnung, für wen ich gehen möchte. Sag mal, neues Denken und Stolz ist doch
Is that right?
nett.
Well, that's a win for the Alliance, so I suppose I'm obligated to be happy.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Neues Denken ist gut.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
Und warum hat der Typ nur einen großen Schulterpanzer?
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Okay, fangen wir mit Edelgard an. Eine kultivierte junge Frau. Aber ich habe das Gefühl, dass sie stets über mich urteilt. Okay, wir machen anscheinend alle. Dimitri. Er macht einen seriösen Eindruck. Aber hinter der Fassade spüre ich eine tiefe Dunkelheit. Claude. Sein freundliches Lächeln macht ihn sympathisch. Aber seine Augen lächeln nicht mit.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again.
Es ist auch ganz schlecht zu sagen, oh, ich hatte den gleichen Eindruck. Ah, wir hatten gleich einen Geburtstag und so.
I may be sleeping, but
Ich frage mich, wie das noch mit der weitergeht. Die schläft ja komplett durch. Weiße
Part
Wolken.
1. White clouds. Great tree moon. 3 houses.
Weiße Wolken. Monat des Braunriesen. 3 Häuser.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fódlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
Ist aber schön gezeichnet, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen.
The continent of Fódlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fódlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fódlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
Das ist ein verdammt stoischer Blick.
There it is. Garreg Mach Monastery.
Sieht mehr aus wie ein Schloss als ein Kloster. aufpasst, die peitscht dich.
Ray is here.
Ist das nicht die Rolle vom Anfang?
Did the flow of time bring you here?
Meine Füße haben es getan. Es hat aber eine Zeit gedauert.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Ich würde sagen... Du warst schon mal hier?
I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Alles klar, sie ist eine Bishop. Ja?
As you know, the majority of folks in Fódlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seiros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Da haben wir aber jede Menge grüne Haare.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Obwohl beim Hauptcharakter bin ich mir nicht sicher. Könnte türkis sein. Oder dunkles Grün.
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
Ich heiße...
A fine name indeed.
Emerieos.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seiros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Nein.
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seiros.
Du hättest einfach Nein sagen können. Es ist ein kleines Wort, das sagt, das möchtest du nicht machen.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Ich werde hier arbeiten müssen. Arbeiten? Ich bin ein Söldner, ich arbeite nicht. Als Söldner? Als Diener? Als Diener wahrscheinlich, eher als Söldner.
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it.
Wie man stumm ist.
You
oder
heard
was?
those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Oh my.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Böses Blut.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know.
Der sieht echt aus wie so ein alter Detektiv.
I am Hanneman, a Crest scholar and professor at the Officers' Academy.
Hannemann. Hannemann.
I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
Der heißt Hannemann.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Ich frage mich, warum sie noch zu haben ist. Du bist Sängerin? Du bist Ärztin? Ärztin würde ich sogar eher abnehmen als...
I look too pretty for that line of work, do I? But yes, when I'm not teaching, I can be found in the infirmary.
Mit einem Krankenhaus-Outfit?
If you're ever lonely, please do come and pay me a visit. I would love to.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela.
Hallo, ein bisschen flirten muss sein.
Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses.
Ah, deswegen der Name.
I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Der sollte sich aber vorher mal ein bisschen kämmen.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
Alles Prinzen und Prinzessinnen.
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way.
Das glaube ich gerne.
I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids.
Es ist Fire Emblem, es sind immer auch Ducks da drin.
I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Geralt's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago?
Also, wir sind ja dann anscheinend um die 2019 um den Dreh.
I would remind you that Flame is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garreg Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Na, passt schon. Machen wir schon. Hoffe ich zumindest. Also sollte eigentlich schon klappen. Ich meine, wir haben eine Zeit tu sie auf unserer Seite. Oder in uns. Oder so. Da sollten wir schon so das eine oder andere reißen können. Hier werden uns nochmal so die Häuser grob vom einen gezeigt. Da tut mal der Junge. Oh, der Recht, der muss mal echt mal schlafen gehen. So wie der. Hui. Oh, das arme Kind da. Du hast 2 Attacken abgewehrt und eine ausgewichen und schon total voller Schweiß. Ich traue dem Lächeln nicht. Gut, dann würde ich mal sagen, wir machen mal Stopp hier für den Tag. Und ich hoffe, ich sehe euch beim nächsten Mal bei Fire Emblem Three Houses mit mir. Und euch, hoffentlich.